On the way, Sarah remained silent, as if something was on her mind. Seeing her beautiful brows were always frowning, Charlie couldn't help but ask her, "Sarah, what are you thinking?" Sarah returned to her senses and said, "Charlie, you and Claire have a relationship, is it really good?" Charlie asked in amazement, "Why did you suddenly ask about this?" Sarah said, "I'm just curious, and also a little worried about it." "Worry about what?" "Worry about your relationship if it is real and deep? What should I do later?" Charlie smiled slightly and asked her, "Have you ever thought about what you will do in the future before meeting me?" Sarah nodded. "I thought about it. Before I met you before, I felt that I must find you. If I can't find you, I'll stay single. Anyway, I don't feel much about other men." Charlie asked, "If you really can't find me, you can't keep going single to 30 or 40 years old." Sarah said seriously, "Don't say 30 or 40, what about 50 or 60 years old? My life is already fulfilled, so I won't be wronged just because I need a man. So I'd rather not chant, if I can't find you, then I might spend most of my life traveling around the world. When I'm old, I will find a place I like to settle down, grow flowers, grow grass, and raise small estupidals. I donated all the family properties, so it would be good for a lifetime." Charlie's persuasion reached his lips and swallowed it back. At this moment, he suddenly realized that he had left an indelible mark on Sarah's life. No matter whether he would be with her in the future, this mark could not be removed by luck. This is what he owes her, and it is also an unshakable responsibility. It's just that, at the moment, he still can't figure out how he should resolve the relationship between this girl and himself for more than 20 years. That night, Lennon personally cooked and prepared a table of rich and delicious meals. Philip took out the top Mau Tai he saved for Sarah's wedding and had a drink with Charlie. Charlie was about to leave, and both of them were a little bit sad. But the two also knew very well that Charlie not only had a small family of his own in Orus Hill, but also started his own business there. Charlie did not go to the Emgrand Group given by the Wade family a few times. He did not take any money from the Emgrand Group. Charlie did not spend much for the 10 billion given by the Wade family, and he spent almost all the money later. Earn it himself, or took it from Kobayashi Pharmaceutical. Now JX Pharmaceutical has become famous in China, and JX Wizen has become famous both at home and abroad for its powerful medicinal effects in a short period of time. After trying this magical stomach medicine, many foreigners are crazy about purchasing and preparing to take it back to their country and share it with their loved ones. This has further led to the popularity of JX Wizen. Currently, JX Wizen has been in short supply. Distributors across the country are holding large amounts of cash, hoping to get more stock. Following the development, JX Wizen is likely to become the world's best-selling and most well-known stomach medicine. The practicability and applicability of stomach medicine are very wide. People all over the world, regardless of age, gender, or race, will have this aspect. Therefore, this also means that JX Pharmaceuticals' future development prospects are immeasurable. Both husband and wife believed that if one day Charlie could mass-produce the magical rejuvenating pill, then he would definitely become the richest person in the world, not one of them. Therefore, they also know that for Charlie now, Orus Hill is his base camp, and the cornerstone of his personal career soaring. But unexpectedly, Philip insisted on driving him personally. Lennon and Sarah were walking with him. Charlie didn't want them to spend a lot of trouble, but couldn't stand the hospitality, so he agreed. On the road, Philip drove his Rolls-Royce sedan, Lennon sat in the passenger seat, and Charlie and Sarah sat in the back row. Sarah's mood has always been a little depressed, but since her parents are in the car, she didn't speak, and she seemed to worry about it all the way. Seeing the outline of the airport can be seen outside the window, Sarah plucked up the courage to stretch out her hand, quietly grabbed Charlie's palm, and her little hand squeezed Charlie's hand firmly. Charlie turned her head to look subconsciously, and found that Sarah's eyes were stubbornly and resentful looking at him, and he couldn't help feeling a bit of guilt in his heart. Rolls-Royce stopped steadily at the gate of the departure floor of the airport. Charlie gently took his hand out of Sarah's hand and said to the three of them, "Uncle, Aunt Lennon, and Sarah, you just don't get out of the car. The airport is crowded and it's not so good to be seen by people, especially the girls, who are public figures. Sarah said hurriedly, I can wear a mask. Lennon said at this time, if it's okay, even if you wear the masks, you can only send Charlie to the security checkpoint. There is not much distance in total, so don't take this risk. Philip also nodded and said, yes, don't cause Charlie trouble. Okay. Sarah nodded slightly, looked at Charlie, and said, Charlie, remember to inform me after you board the plane, and tell me after landing. Charlie smiled, okay. Yes, I know, don't worry. After that, Charlie got out of the car and took a small bag from the trunk. Afterwards, he waved goodbye to the GU family of 3 through the window of the car, turned around and entered the airport. As soon as he entered the airport, he received a call from Elsa. Charlie, are you at the airport? Charlie said, I'm here, and I'm going through the security check.